Hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and I will be your host, Timely. So, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite characters in the game so far, and one of the best characters I think in the game, and that would have to be my Fischl, okay? I honestly think Fischl is so good, and I really want to talk about her with you guys because I do believe that she is going to be pretty free to play soon, like from an event. Where is it? The Yeah, she is going to unreconciled stars unlock complete princessins pack to get Prinzessin der Vertellung. Official Electro. Okay, so she's pretty much going to be a free unit pretty soon here, so I feel like making a quick guide for her will help a lot of people out in my opinion because she's just so freaking good. Oh, alright, so first let's talk about Fischl, okay? How I'm building her and whatnot, and what I think her strengths are, okay? So, Fischl is probably one of the best single target damage dealers in the game, also one of the best elemental reaction support units. Elemental reaction support units in the game, okay? And I'll explain why. So, Fischl has very high single attack damage, and that is because her first constellation, Gaze of the Deep. Even when Oz is not present in combat, he can still watch over Fischl through his raven eyes. When Fischl attacks an enemy, Oz fires a joint attack, dealing 22% of attack damage. Now that is extremely good, because every time Fischl lands a hit, Oz will land a hit too. And also, Oz also has the ability to um, have a critical hit, causing critical damage. Okay, so Oz can also do that too, which is really good. So I honestly think going for a critical hit damage build would be really good for Fischl, okay? And make sure to ascend your Fischl all the way and do not sleep on her normal attack. You want to get that normal attack damage as high as you can, okay? That 64% compared to like Amber's level 1 skill at 36%, it's huge, okay? Very big. Now, to increase my normal attack damage further, I am using the Rust Bow, which increases normal attack damage by 40%, and then I'm also using the Martial Artist set to increase normal attack damage and charge attack damage by 15%, and then the Resolution of the Sojourner set to supplement my attack stat, okay? Now, if you don't have the Rust Bow, you don't need the Rust Bow, okay? You could always go for the Compound Bow, which is you can craft by going to the blacksmith by using the prototype bow material and using that to create a compound bow from the blacksmith. And what the compound bow does is increases physical damage percent as its subtrait, and of course the base attack, okay? And then it also has the special effect, which would be over here, which is every time you land an attack, it increases your attack percent, your attack stat, and increases your attack speed too. So if you don't have the Rust Bow, all is not lost. You can use the Compound Bow, okay, to ramp up that DPS and whatnot. And one of the sets that I would use with the Compound Bow would probably be that it would probably be, where is it? From over here, you would go for the Bloodstained Chivalry set to increase the physical damage by plus 25%. Then go for the compound bow to increase your physical damage even further, probably up to 50%. And then you would go for like an artifact, like it would probably be in this slot right here to increase your physical damage much further. I don't think I have any. But you can find, sometimes you can find artifacts here that will increase physical damage percent too. So you could probably get that, gouge that physical attack damage percent really high, and you'll be able to see it down here below, the physical damage bonus, okay? So I honestly think that would also be really good on Fischl. So there's two kind of builds that you can kind of roll with her, okay? Now, as I said before, she's also really good for elemental reactions, okay? So, you could use her with crowd units. Right now, I'm using her with the Shishi. Alright, so what you would do is you'd probably set up your Oz, then go to Shichi and set up Super Conduct, okay? Now what Super Conduct does is it lowers its defense. You can kind of see the arrows pointing down, okay? That's the debuff, and that should last for 8 seconds, so that your normal attack damage does increase damage, okay? You can see now that like my normal attacks are doing very low damage, but once I put up my Oz, right here, and then I go for like my Shishi and set up Super Conduct, my normal attack damage is increased significantly, okay? And if I don't want to do that, then I could always go for like a caster, okay? So I could always set up my Oz and then go for like my Mona and set up Electro Charge, okay? Which does just so much damage, okay? It's ridiculous how fast the damage is. Now the reason why the damage is so fast is because Fischl has so many great passives and talents to increase elemental reaction damage and whatnot. So she's got that lightning smite, which you unlock at ascending her to rank 4, whatever it's called. So if your active character triggers an electro-related elemental reaction when Oz is on the field, the opponent shall be stricken with Thundering Retribution, dealing electro damage equal to 80% of Fischl's attack. So not only am I getting electro charge damage from the Hydro and the Electro, I'm also doing more damage from the Thundering Retribution, and I'm also doing more damage because Oz is on the field doing damage over time, and also if you have your Constellation all the way maxed out, it extends the duration of Oz's presence on the field by 2 seconds additionally, and Oz attacks with your active character when present, dealing 30% of Fischl's attack damage as electro damage. So there's just so many things doing damage at once that all that damage kind of accumulates, and it's just really, really fast, and you can pretty much melt anything that's like in front of you, okay? Now, I highly recommend when you're using Fischl that you always have a cryo unit with her, just in case if you come across enemies that have electro barriers. You want to be able to strip those electro barriers down with your cryo unit, and then you can after those electro barriers are stripped, you can switch into Fischl and use your normal attacks with Gaze of the Deep, and then just chip that health away, okay? Or you can use somebody else. So Fischl is not completely useless against an electro unit, one faced against an electro type setting, okay? In my opinion. Now, don't be discouraged about using her because of Knight Rider, of being the 25-second cooldown. Oz's duration lasts for 10 seconds, so even after Oz is done, you still have to wait like 15 seconds, right? But if you cast Midnight Phantasmagoria in between cooldowns, you can have Oz out much, much longer. Especially if you're using Fischl a lot, you can get elemental particles while you're using her, and you can pretty much keep Oz out for a very long duration. So I highly recommend using Fischl a lot to collect elemental particles to keep Oz out much, much longer, and then you can just rotate Fischl in your party like constantly, and then you can just keep the damage going with Oz on the field. It's really, really good, okay? So yeah, guys, that's pretty much how I'm building my Fischl so far. I really hope this helps you guys out on your team compositions. Let me know how you guys are using her down in the comment section down below. I have to get going now. Peace.